Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Covenant Legacy Challenge. My name is Ronald the Simmer and this is Season 3, Episode 6. Royal Lady Thea sat in her bedchambers as she wrote to her mother. She told Marcella her wishes to be wed and her want to marry Prince Saeg. He was a son of Princess Celestia, the Lady Hand. It would be an advantageous match and no doubt keep the Crescents influential. She would send her a letter through Crow, asking her mother to come to court in a week's time. But just as Thea made her plans, so did Jaleesa. She intended to make her family powerful again, and the best way to do that was through marriage. She summoned her husband Prince Amir to court. They weren't the closest of couples. In fact, the two never really got along. Jaleesa expected a strong-willed consort, but instead, from what she believes, she has a coward. She would ask her husband to talk to his sister Celestia. They shared the same father, and Jaleesa assumed that the princess had affection for her full brother. After all, her sisters are dead, and only her brothers live. In a demanding yet gentle way, she would tell Amir to put in a good word for their daughter Orlin. Saeg was a terrific husband for her, she would tell Amir, and would elevate their family. Though his wife frightened him, Amir would agree. He only wanted what was best for his daughter, and he thought arranging a marriage between his nephew and Orlin would be in Gaia's favor. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode. So right now, guys, we are with High Lady Jaleesa and her husband, Prince Amir. And of course, as you guys can see, they're not having the best time romantically. She's trying to put it on smooth with her husband, but he's not going for it. So it is like 9 p.m. at nighttime, because during the time off screen, guys, I did a lot of things off screen. I was testing a lot of things in the castle. I've decorated all of the rooms that needed to be decorated, like the High Ladies and stuff like that. So, of course, this is where a High Lady Jaleesa sleeps. She's not the Lady Alchemist, and this is her bedchamber. So, I've gotten her rooms together, guys. I think it turned out really nice. I love the way her rooms turned out. It is so pretty in here. But I think it's quite simple, but also very nice for the Lady Alchemist. And then I've done a few of our other ladies' rooms over here. Of course, we have the High Lady, or the Princess Celestia. I just light all of the candles really quickly, guys. This is Princess Celestia's chambers. So she is a lady hand. So this is where she sleeps. She has her chambers right next to the queen. Originally, when I built this castle, it was meant for Elodie. So these rooms right here were meant for actually Prince Victor. But there's not a prince consort right now. And probably won't be for a very long time. So the queen thought it would be in her best interest to have her lady hand right next to her bedchamber. So she even has a door that she can come in and out of. So this is where Princess Celestia sleeps. Originally, I was gonna have the hand over here in this tower, which might still happen depending on if we ever end up having a prince consort. But for right now, that tower is going to be empty. And this is where our lady hand will indeed rest her head at night. Over here is our Lady Alchemist, guys, and this is where she's going to go in. Not our Lady Alchemist, but our Lady Stewardess, and this is where she sleeps. So this is actually Lady Thea's bedchamber. So I think I love the way this turned out. It's really, really nice. As you all know, I have the family colors in here, and I have the Crescent family sigil, a sun. So yes, that is her bedchambers, and then right next to it, a much smaller room, but it is Tris Persephone's bedchambers. So this is where she sleeps. Of course, it's a very small room, but I think that because she sleeps a lot of the times inside of a fairy house, she doesn't really need to sleep in a bed out that often. So I might even get rid of the bed and just put like a boxing thing in here so that she can work out in her chambers. But I did put a lot of greeneries in here because I do feel like the angels are very much connected with nature, which I will discuss later in a season on how that works. But I do have an idea about why the angels are very much connected to nature. So Persephone, I do feel like she likes a little bit of planetary in her room. So that's what I did. And then right, of course, next to the High Commander is the Lady Knight's chambers. So this is where Lady Amelia, Princess Amelia, sleeps. Actually, she has blues in her chambers, but of course, because she is an Odina and she doesn't have a new last name as of yet, um, and this is her chambers, and I love the way it turned out. I think it's very, very fitting for our Lady Knight here. Um, so today is supposed to be the council change, guys, which I would have done, but nobody really commented on what did you want me to do with it. So I think that I'm just going to keep our current council until we basically go over to the next two seasons, which won't be until winter, when oh, I guess she ages up around this time. But yeah, Queen Moira, she's not gonna have another council change until the winter time. So we're gonna wait until the winter until we change our council. But we're gonna be stuck with Amelia and them for a good while at least, which I'm happy about. That's what I wanted to do anyway because we just got these ladies on as counselors. So I think it's good. I think it's good. But I think that is about it. That's everybody's chambers that have gotten done. We have the Lady Alchemist, the Lady Hand, the Lady Stewardess, the High Commander, and the Lady Knight. So yes, we have all of our ladies' chambers done, and I think they are quite nice. What do you guys think about it? I actually took the time out of my day to kind of renovate the castle a little bit, cause I have to put my full focus on it if I'm gonna decorate. Cause yeah, I like everything to look at least perfect and up to date. But yeah, that's basically what we got going on right now. Um, but we're gonna talk about what's going on in the beginning of the episode, guys. So, I do have Prince Amir inside of the castle right now, so he's gonna be staying with us for like a day or two, because Amir he wants what is best for his daughter. So, um, the with the command of his wife, High Lady Jaleesa, she's asked her husband if he could put a good word into their sister, to well her sister-in-law Celestia, and of course his full sister Celestia. So Prince Amir, of course, his full sister is the Princess Celestia. They have the same father. Celestia is a little bit older than him. He's the youngest child. He's actually the baby of the family. He's the baby of Queen Orleans children. But of course, as we all know, with a spell that High Lady Jaleesa puts on Amir, his aging accelerated really, really fast. She did stop the spell when he became, I think, a teenager. But many people thought that Prince Amir, I remember during his time as a little boy, was favored by Gaia because of how strong and quick he was. Like he grew up really fast, and um, he caught on to a lot of things really, really quickly. And though he may be strong and maybe his body physique, he's definitely not strong in personality. I feel like he's a little bit weak when it comes to that. He lets his wife rule him, which I mean, I'm sure many of the men in this world do. I mean, in this, at least in this queendom, many of the men are, they're like second class citizens, and of course, on top of it all, of them being second class citizens, they worship women. Women are the standard in this country. But he might be even more weaker than the average man within his queendom. Jaleesa basically runs this marriage, and for a very, very long time. I remember in the first season, guys, I briefly discussed what I thought about their marriage, and it has not gone very well since we last checked with them. As you guys can see, their relationship, and I did not edit this relationship at all. They have done this to themselves. Like they literally just got this red bar just by communicating with each other, trying to be romantic with one another, and none of them are reciprocating the romantic bar. So their friendship is just going worse and worse into the plumber. But though they might not have the most happiest marriage, Jaleesa likes to pretend that they do have a somewhat decent marriage in public, and she wants to make sure that her daughter has an advantageous match, and so she's asking her husband, the Prince Amir, if Amir can, of course, talk to Celestia whenever they get the chance. Oh, looks like she's being receptive to that romantic interaction. But yeah, she's asking basically her husband to talk to Celestia because I'm about to look at their relationship right now. I'm pretty sure Celestia and um Amir are somewhat close. Let's see. Yes, Celestia and Amir are very close. They are full siblings. They do share the same father. They were the two youngest children of Queen Orlin, Celestia and Amir. So Matthias was the consort that Queen Orlin ended up mating with uh, in her last two rounds of getting pregnant. So, yeah, I think she's trying to basically, she's hoping with her husband being the full sibling to Celestia that maybe she might be more inclined to marrying Sayek off to Orlin. But over here on the other side of the castle, guys, where is Thea? She was in her bedchambers because she was writing to her mother. Oh, right. She sent a crow over to Crescent Castle. But Lady Thea is here as well, guys. And I'm going to turn on autonomy for a little bit because I do want them all to walk around and do as they please. Celestia is quite hungry, so let's just go ahead and get her something to eat while we talk here. So let me see. Let's go ahead and oh my god, look at Persephone, guys. I forgot that she's pregnant. Okay, so let's see. Serve food. Um Almond macaroni. I've never seen that. Roast chicken, mutton biryani. Let's try mutton biryani. I want to try some other foods because I never really use these types of foods in the games. Okay, come on, Thea. Let's go downstairs. We're pretending like the crow is gone right now, sending word over to um, High Lady Marcella. But as we all know, guys, Thea is a child of a prince, and just like Orlin, both. That's so crazy to me that when I think about it, that both the Crescents and the Sonnets have royal blood within their veins. But yes, Thea is. She has a child. She has her father is a prince, and um, I'm feeling very unsatisfied in a relationship. If you guys are mean to each other while I feel this way, I may break up with you. If you're mean to me while I feel this way, I may break up with you. Ooh. Are they communicating right now? No, they're not. Just it's probably just because they're far away from each other. Yeah. That's what I'm guessing. And their romantic bar is still full. Yeah, it's just probably because they're not communicating with each other every day, so the game is being extra about their relationship, interestingly enough. Also, one thing I do find interesting about Thea, guys, she has two wants. One of them is to stargaze with Orlin, and another one is to be enemies with Cerzar. We're gonna get into other things of why she may want these wants, but I'm going to. Did she get her food? Come on, grab your serving. But Thea, she of course wants to elevate her family's influence and her their prestige, and she thinks the best way to do that is by marrying the Lady Hand's son. She holds a lot of power right now in court, so it only makes sense if um you know she marries Prince Saik. um and at first, guys, I have my marriage list, and I know who's going to marry whom, and in particular I know who's going to marry Sayek. But I do kind of like this vibe for Thea and um, Jaleesa, kind of the two of them vying to beat to the punch of who's going to marry Sayek. So I decided at the end of this episode that I'm going to actually roll to see who's going to basically marry Sayek out of Thea and Orlin. And on top of it all, I'm going to also have to roll to see whether or not the mothership will approve of their marriage. Whoever, well, I know she already approves of one marriage, but the other one, she might not approve of it. So, yeah. Thea has some plans, and so by tomorrow, I'm gonna say it's been a week already since basically, not Marcella, but Thea has sent off her message to her mother. So tomorrow morning on Monday is when her mother is going to come to court, and I'm gonna also say that Orlin is also going to come to court because she does want to talk to Orlin. Now, I didn't even realize this, guys, but I don't know. because I don't really consider the cousins to be as close because they're not really that close unless like you're living in the castle together. But Orlin and Thea are first cousins when I really think about it, and they do have somewhat of a decent relationship. Let me see if I can find it. Where is Orlin? Oh, I thought they did because it says from being friends, Lady Orlin Sunneth. Let me see, family. They're not that close, so they just know each other. They're acquaintances, but she wants to get closer to her cousin. So maybe she does feel this rivalry because somebody mentioned in the comments. If I'm not mistaken, let me go check really quickly. EKA 98. She mentioned in the last episode that, unbeknownst to me, like I literally that literally was not even on my mind. But the Crescents and the the Crescents and the Son of the rivalry is starting back up. And if you guys remember from the first season, the Crescents and of course, the Sonnets were rivals with each other. Giselle and Audrey, they hated each other. Along with the Maganas, they did not like the Sonnets. But, I do find it interesting that this kind of cycle is happening again because I didn't even intend for this to happen, but it is. That both Thea and Jaleesa are kind of vying for the same prince. Um, Now they could marry, of course, Hephaestus. I'm pretty sure his name is. He's last. I think the last remaining child to Daenerys that has not gotten married. That's a boy. But Daenerys is dead, like I've said last episode, and there is really no point in them marrying Hephaestus. I mean, he. Oh, who's this? Who is this? Um, yeah, she can like video games. This is Princess, well, Queen Moira's grandfather, Lord Father Soren. I'm pretty sure, right? Yes, Lord Soren Odina, guys. He's come. I have been seeing a lot of the ghosts around the castle, guys. I didn't tell you guys this. It was like a long time ago. I had a picture of it, but I accidentally saved it, and I was supposed to put it in like I think season 2. But Soren was actually getting hunted by Queen Orlin, guys. Oh no, Queen Elodie. It was Queen Elodie. He, I took that as basically like Elodie was very upset what happened with her daughters and the fact that basically Soren was supporting not Soren. It was Cyrus that she was hunting, and she was basically upset with Cyrus for supporting the usurpation of their daughter Moira. But Soren, guys, he's come see his granddaughter, which I think is kind of cool. Let's just get her to hug her grandfather. He was alive when she was born, so that's kind of cool that he's come out to come see her. And I'm pretty sure this is Hera's This is all their grandfathers because this is their mother's father, Elodie. So you can go. Yeah, they definitely, guys. Let's see, what's this? Set ghost color. I'm pretty sure that Moira was definitely alive when Soren was because of the relationship she has with him, compared to Hera, who barely has a relationship with her grandfather, which is interesting. But anyway, guys, I am gonna come back because it is like 1 in the morning now, and I do want our ladies to kind of uh rest and stuff so that we can get prepared for like the next segment of the episode. So I'm gonna cut here, guys, and I'm gonna be right back when a Lady Marcella and Royal Lady Orlin come to court. Okay, guys. So transitioning over to the next day, Lady Marcella has come to us, guys, and she's asking Princess Amelia if she should try it for a baby again. Which, you know, I'm gonna allow it to happen because if this is what she wants to do, then she should do it. But also, guys, if you can see it, Amelia is also sick. I have to actually, I'm probably gonna cut right here after I get her to, agree to have her baby. But I'm gonna roll 2 times for 2 people because off screen, Princess Nara did get sick, and now it's also Princess Amelia. So I'm gonna roll 2 times. And I'm going to go ahead and allow for Marcella to have that baby. Oh my God, this woman has so many kids. Jeez. All right. Well, I think yes, we'll do it. Thank you for the advice. We're having a baby. Jeez, how many kids did Marcella have? I'm pretty sure it's six. She's had two, four, six kids. And now she's about to have another one. Thomas aged up into an elder, guys. Oh my god. All right. I'm going to meet you guys at the dice so that I can go ahead and roll to see whether or not Amelia and Nara will end up passing away from their apparent sicknesses. Okay, guys, so here we are at the dice. So, as we all know, we get out the 20-sided die. 10 or 20 is when our Sims pass away. So, I'm going to go for, I guess, Amelia first because, of course, you guys seen her first sick. So, well, I'm going to do Nara because I seen Nara sick first. And that happened like off screen, and I almost forgot to do it, but Amelia reminded me. Thank you. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Nara survives her sickness, and now it is. Oh, why did I do that? Now we're gonna roll for Amelia. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh my God, Amelia almost passed away. Oh my God, that was very scary because she was right at 10. All right. I'll see you guys back at the dice. I mean, at the castle. Okay, guys. So we are back, and I have right now Lady Jaleesa. She's working on the cure for Amelia's sickness. So hopefully that is underway. We do have a Lady Orlin here. Where is she? She's right here. And then we also have, of course, Thea's mother, Marcella. So, guys, Marcella has come to court in honor of her daughter's wishes. So of course, Thea right now is telling her mother her wants and desires, and she wants, of course, to marry Prince Saik to ensure that, of course, the Crescents have more power and influence by marrying the son of the Lady Hand. Um, so yes, that's indeed what is going on right now. She's asking her mother, Marcella here, to essentially go talk to Princess Celestia in hopes of basically them getting in good with Celestia. So I think Marcella is gonna go up to Princess Celestia. She hasn't been to court in a while, but she has come to court to basically arrange a marriage betrothal between her daughter Thea and Sayek. Now it seems that Lady Marcella is in agreement with her daughter because she just got a sentiment friendly advice. So yeah, Marcella is definitely in agreement that Sayek should possibly be her future son-in-law. So that is something that we are definitely going to go ahead and do, guys. But also, one thing I did find interesting, guys, we're going to pop right back up here with Lady Jaleesa. She has the want to become friends with Lady Princess Celestia, which I find so very interesting, guys, because it's like the story is really coming together. She wants to get close to Celestia to, of course, indeed getting good with her son. I mean, with her daughter. Hopefully, and hopefully becoming friends with Celestia will make it to where Orlin and Sig will eventually get married. Now where is Celestia actually? Oh, she's over here about to take a shower. It looks like. No, just go take you a shower. Yeah, she can like stories if she wants, but you do have a meeting with two high ladies today, unbeknownst to her. But I do want her to freshen up before she, of course, goes ahead and meets with Marcella. And I'm just going to continue to have not Celestia, but Thea and Marcella talk to one another about what they desire and whatnot. Now, after I'm going to get Jaleesa to finish her cure, of course, but after she does do this, we're going to get her to meet up with both her husband and her daughter, Orlin. Where is Orlin? Oh, here she is. But Orlin has come. Actually, let's just get her to come sit up here with her mother, so she can watch her mother do her job as the Lady Alchemist. But look, this is Orlin, guys. If you ever wanted to know how she looks, we're a little too close, but this is how she looks. I think that she's a very beautiful girl. She reminds me a lot of her father. Like, she definitely looks like her dad to me. But she is very beautiful. She's, even though she looks like her dad, she's a very beautiful version of him, I do feel. But this is how she does, of course, it looks. The Royal Lady Orlin. It's kind of good that her family has gotten back in the good graces of court, because her royal blood won't be useless now. Because if she was still on the bad graces with court, I don't know what the Crescents, what the Sunnets would have done with them having royal blood within their veins. So now that she's gotten done with this cure, we're gonna go ahead and gift it to Amelia. She's all the way down here. Well, she's on the other side of the castle. She could. No, there isn't a way to get to the side because it's like on a whole other wing of the castle. So she would have to literally come down here. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have Amelia actually come over here. Because I don't want Jaleesa walking too far, but she does have a sentiment for her daughter. She wants to get to know her a little bit better, which means, in my opinion, that she's not really that close with her daughter, but she's trying to get closer to her as they're getting older. Maybe she wasn't the most affectionate mother, is what I'm gathering from this. Let's see. Get to know her. So she's gonna go ahead and talk to her daughter and thank her for coming to court. I think she'll kind of like, before Amelia gets here, and tell her, she has a big day ahead of her because she plans on arranging a marriage between a very special man and her. Wait, did she get here? She walked through the queen's chambers to get here. I thought I had that locked. That is so annoying. But she probably would be quiet as Amelia has come over, and she's gonna come over here and gift. Oh, apothecary. Let me see. Oh, I did not know that was a thing. Oh my god, this makes the lady alchemist's job much more easier. I thought you could just gift it to them, but let's just go ahead and gift her this. Give her elixir, so that she can be cured of her sickness. There we are. Amelia, are you okay? Good, 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 good. So now our lady, our lady knight is feeling much better. The princess Amelia. And I'm gonna go ahead and get her to grab her something to eat. So let's see, serve food. I don't know, serve some chili. Serve some chili, and then you can come down here and just grab you something to eat when you get that settled. Amelia, I'm not Amelia, Celestia. She's just in here really quickly. She could use something to eat, so I'm gonna just get her to walk down here. Sorry about that. I'm gonna just get her to walk down here. Um, but yeah, we're gonna continue to have these two talk. I think she would have definitely summoned Amir to come over here to her little corner of the castle, or he probably can't sit here anymore because his wife just sat there. But she would go ahead. Oh, something just a negative thing just happened between the two of them. But she's basically let's just discuss your fears with your daughter. Why not? An inside joke maybe. Let's re-roll this want. I'm want to see if she has any other wants. Well, it doesn't look like she really has any wants there. But Orlin is a young fairy still learning to manage her emotions. She may feel sudden anger manifested as a burst of energy which can break nearby objects. A teen or older fairy can help her manage her emotions, which will temporarily suppress her this effect. However, through continued teaching, Orlin can overcome this entirely. What? So she can break nearby objects because she is half fairy, guys. Okay. Okay, this is so interesting. Okay. Huh. That's something to keep note of. Okay, Orlin. I wish there was like a way, because I know in The Sims 3, which is the annoying part about which is the annoying part about The Sims, where like none of the children, when they're I can understand toddlers, but like even when they're kids, like they don't never show their like abilities as occults. And I know in The Sims 4, the vampire children can drink plasma juices and stuff like that, and they actually, looked like vampires. They had teeth and everything, and even the fairy kids in The Sims 3, they had wings and they could fly. So I think it's so annoying that they don't get their wings until they're teenagers. But hey, I might find a mod to where that children can be fairies at the same time as adults and teens, because that is so annoying, that essentially our poor fairy princess here, our poor angel princess, cannot use her wings until she's a teenager, which is so annoying. Um, let's get you to use the restroom and probably take a shower because you are getting a little stinky, princess. Okay, so coming back over here to Jaleesa. Um, yes, she's going to go ahead and talk to her husband, maybe compliment his appearance, and let's see, gossip a bit. But essentially, she's telling Orlin of the plans, of course, but she's also going to tell her husband to prepare, of course, and talk to, they could be jokesters, prepare and talk to her sister Celestia. And I feel like maybe Amir has seen it, but he's heard, oh, become friends with Princess Hera. Oh, that's cute. But he has heard news that Lady Marcella has come to court, which I think would definitely pique Jaleesa's interest. And she doesn't really know that Thea wants said, guys, which is they don't. None of these two families don't know each other's plans. But I do feel like basically Jaleesa is going to be, her interest is going to be definitely piqued um, about Marcella being at court. So let me go ahead and jump down here to Marcella and Thea. And I think Thea, guys, she's going to go ahead and do her job as, of course, the lady stewardess. And she's going to go ahead and pay for the household bills. So let's go ahead and get her to do that. And she can come over here and probably grab her something to eat while her mother goes ahead and talks with Celestia. So let's go ahead and get Celestia to go ahead and grab her something to eat as well. But instead of going into the great hall like the other ladies do, I'm gonna get her to come sit in here, in this lovely living room area, and we're gonna get Marcella to come over here and do the same thing. Um, Marcella, oh, she has to use a restroom. I might just go ahead and cheat that need really quickly because yeah, we have a story to tell. Okay, finally, they are talking to one another. Now, from this moment on, if anybody comes up in here, they might overhear their conversation, which will be interesting. So, hopefully, um, Marcella can go ahead and get her conversation done with Celestia in time. So yes, guys, Celestia is she's basically talking to Marcella, and Marcella is telling her about basically they should combine their two families together once again. Their two houses, their two covens, because of course, the Ether is a whole new coven. So they are their own sect now. They are part of technically the Odina dynasty, but they operate on their own now apart from the Odinas. So, you know, Marcella is basically telling Celestia that maybe the Ethers and the Crescents should align together. Her daughter Marcella, her daughter Thea, and her son Saik, two families aligning together, which I think would be very good. And Marcella thinks so as well. And she's basically trying to make this deal with Celestia. Uh-oh. Now this is interesting. So as essentially we are getting everything set up with Marcella, here comes the Prince Amir coming down here to talk to his sister Celestia. He's coming down here to hug her. So maybe he's already on it, trying to essentially talk to Celestia about the situations. Let me just jump over here to him right quick. So maybe he would be like, what are you two talking about? Have a deep personal conversation with her. I don't think that she's romantically reserved. I don't get that from Marcella. These random pop-ups of traits that just happen. But Celestia, I think, she's already heard of Marcella's proposal. And I feel like maybe Marcella would, basically tell Celestia, I hope that she has much to consider. And I hope that she does indeed take her proposal in a serious regard. She wouldn't say directly because Amir is around marrying. She wouldn't say marriage or anything like that, but she would say a proposal. She hopes that she would take her proposal serious and consider it. But as Marcella is the head of the dynasty of her family and house, she does have to kind of make these decisions for Thea. So Thea, she can of course do it on her own. She's a grown woman, but the head of her house, the head of her coven is Marcella. And so Marcella is the one making these decisions for her daughter. Not necessarily making the decisions for her, but she's the one leading them. And so she's over here talking to, of course, the great lady Celestia about what is to be done about their situation. So Marcella is gonna go ahead and take leave. I don't think that Celestia would like outright deny Marcella. I think that she may even give Marcella a hopeful intent on whatever they may have going on, and maybe she would come over here and tell her daughter here that they may have it in the bag. So she's gonna come over here to Thea and congratulate her, not congratulate her, but tell her of her plans and Celestia, and how Celestia has basically said that she's gonna take it into consideration. But just as Marcella leaves, guys, um the prince here, he has come to his sister and he has told her about his desires and his wants, and he's come to her and asked her basically for Prince Saik's hand in marriage to their daughter Orlin. And unlike Marcella, because I feel like Marcella probably would have come to her in an alignment of, let's merge our two families together. You are a newly formed coven, so why not come from a very seasoned coven, align with us. It'll be good for the others. You already a very prestigious coven, but aligning with the Crescents, it'll just be better for you. And so maybe I feel like that's probably what the Marcella, that's where she would have come from. But I definitely think that Amir here, he would come from a more face value of, we're family, you're my sister, and you know my family, we're just starting to get back in power and on top, and I think it would be better if you would help your brother out, you know, and essentially marry Prince Saik over to Orlin. Um, oh, you guys, Prince Amir and Celestia as close. I think this is. I think I can see this happening, because I definitely can see this happening, guys, because Princess Celestia, she essentially does not have anybody besides um her brothers. Like, all of her sisters are gone, and so maybe she would be like that close to her younger brother, huh? Maybe she's like really enjoying this conversation with Amir about maybe them sticking close together as brother and sister. Is he also sick? Oh my god, guys, I gotta roll for him. I have to roll for Prince Amir to see if he will pass away from sickness. But guys, I think that is definitely what's going to happen. I think that Celestia would oh, what's going on here? Prince Orin wants to chat. Oh, look at her other brother calling and want to talk as well. Oh, maybe Orin has also gotten worried about Thea, and he's trying to reassure Celestia um from his wife's point of view that um Thea and Sayek should get married. Okay, I kind of like that idea, but he's still wanting to chat with his younger sister, which I think is really cute, because Celestia is literally the only living daughter to Orlin left. Um, but I'm gonna say by like 8 o'clock, guys, I am gonna cut right here so I can roll to see whether or not Prince Amir will die from his sickness. But I do also want to say, like, probably around 6 o'clock ish is when I might go ahead and ultimately decide who's going to marry Prince Saik, and we're gonna roll between Thea and, of course, Orlin. So I'm gonna come right back. So many sicknesses happening in this episode. Okay, guys, so here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and roll. 1, 2, 3, and he survived his sickness. Okay, by 2 points. He survived it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go right back to the castle. Okay, guys, so we are going up here with Prince Amir. He's gonna go ahead and tell his wife of the news, and that essentially um, Celestia is going to consider their offer and things of that nature. And I think Jaleesa is probably going to get a little bit frustrated. Oh, Oren has spread some juicy gossip about Princess Arwen, who has passed away. Okay, Oren. But I think that Jaleesa would get a little bit frustrated with her husband maybe and be like, "Oh, you can't do anything right. How is she's not? How is she's? How has she not already said yes?" And she's considering it. But I feel like Jaleesa herself, she would go up to Celestia this time because guys, Jaleesa does want to become friends with Celestia. So I think she would go up to her, and I feel like in this moment she's gonna go ahead and try to take matters into her own hands. I'm gonna cheat her bladder because I cannot be bothered right now. But she's gonna take matters into her own hands. She's gonna stop talking to her daughter and her husband right now, and she's gonna go downstairs and she's gonna go ahead and be like, I'm gonna go talk to Jaleesa. I'm gonna talk to Celestia myself. So Jaleesa is going to go ahead and leave her husband, not literally, but she's gonna oh, she's walking up here herself. But I think maybe she might go back down. Yeah, I think she will. Um okay, so what are you doing? He's going to go ahead and watch for Prince Pluto, which is good because I have not been looking after the babies because I've been focusing on the story of everything. Sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling. I am pretty hungry. All I ate today was ramen, and it was a little bag of ramen, so I am a bit hungry. But essentially, guys, Jaleesa is going to come over here and she's going to talk to Celestia, the lady hand here, the princess of Sirius, and she's going to basically, she's going to go ahead and plead her case to the lady hand here, and she's going to basically tell her that um why she believes that essentially Marcella, I mean not Marcella, but Orlin and Sayek should get married. So we're gonna try to get these two to become friends because that is a want of Jaleesa. She's trying to get in close with the lady hand. I am very curious to see which lady will in fact become the lucky one and get Sayek. But this story, after we do figure out who's going to marry him, this story is not over because we got to figure out what's going to happen with Elle and Sayek as well. Because that storyline is not finished. Interestingly enough. Okay. So you're gonna continue talking to her. Oh God, you're hungry, you're tired, and your fun is a little low. One thing I do want to discuss, guys, is that um her first experience and understanding that positive resilient. Oh, okay. We have one. I think we have one more harvest before we're able to make the cure. So the queen. Oh my God. Let me actually call someone over for her. Cause she is quite hungry. So let's see. Uh-oh, her relationship is going down quite a bit. Let's call over Czar. So that she can go ahead and a drink from him. She's lovers for both of them. Let's call over him so she can drink from him. Um, but we're gonna get her to drink from well, not her husband, but one of her concubines. Zara's gonna be over, but we do have like one more harvest before we're able to create the cure for the queen. So that'll be really good, guys, because that means Queen Orlin, Queen Queen Moira will be free of her curse is what she believes it is. And Persephone is still heavily pregnant. Once again, I am asking for your support. Oh, I don't care. I'm sorry. He wants to basically do a vote on the neighborhood stuff. Oh, what are you two doing? No, 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 no. Just come back and sit down together because we have to get your friendships up. Come on. Please stop acting like this game. Please just cooperate. Maybe I should have the game on off autonomy. Let's see. I'm gonna just do this temporarily. Has Zar come? That's the question I want to know. Zar, are you home? Are you here, Zar? You're not. I'm gonna call over Kylis as well. Let's actually see if Amir would. Oh, I don't know because she doesn't like to drink from people that she isn't really close with. Mora is very selective with who she drinks from, and whoever she drinks from, it could cause a basically scandal. So it probably would be in Moira's best interest not to drink from her uncle Amir, because he can run back and tell that to Jaleesa, which could cause problems. So it would be better if she drank from maybe Zar or Hylas, for example, her two lovers. What are these ladies doing in the Queen's chambers? I keep locking these doors, and they come in here anyway. I'm guessing because it's a rental lot, but oh my god, it's so annoying. Please leave. Please leave this woman's chambers. I'm hoping that Zara will come. One of them at least. Okay, so it says Kylas would be over, but you know the game lies. They love to lie. I'm gonna just come back to see when she's done, and we're gonna continue to have these two talk. Actually, what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna cut right here, and I'm gonna be back when I get everything situated, because there's a lot going on right now, and I'm starting to get irritated. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Actually, guys, it looks like Kylis and Zara aren't like they want to come, but they're just not popping up. But Elle actually wants to come over. So maybe this might be an opportunity for Elle to get closer to Queen Moira, because she's very hungry right now and she needs blood. So I think she would allow for Elle to come over. So let's go ahead and get that to happen. So hopefully he does come over. Let's see. Um, and guys, I was looking at Elle's and Moira's relationship, right? Let me come over here to friends. Elle and her are really, really close with one another. They are good friends. They have a good compatibility. Of course, he's her cousin, and they're technically super siblings. A great relationship with an ally, blood or not. So they're just really, really close. They really rely on one another, and of course, we already know that from Elle's perspective. That is, he's secretly in love with Moira. Well, I wouldn't say it's that much of a secret, honestly, but um, he's definitely in love with Moira. And Moira kind of has a feeling that he is, but she doesn't really say much about it because she hasn't lain with him, and maybe she never will. It could be a possibility that he may never get selected in a harem to become one of the fathers to Moira's children. Okay, guys, so Al has come over, and essentially, guys, Queen Moira has asked Elle to come to her bedchambers in a very, very sleek way. He was the one who came over, but maybe Elle, when basically Moira asked him to come to her bedchambers, he thought it was going to be something more than what he think it's about to be, what it's actually about to be. But Elle, she's basically told Elle that this needs to be a secret, that nobody must never know about this, or it could ruin her reputation as queen. And essentially she's telling Amir that she would like to drink from him, that she's thirsty and she doesn't drink often, but she needs blood to sustain herself. She can't really drink, she can't really eat, she doesn't eat mortal food as often anymore because she doesn't need to, but she definitely drinks from humans or witches, she would say. Blood, she needs blood. And she's right now asking Amir if she can drink from him, and we're going to see whether or not he says yes or not. Okay, looks like he was receptive towards it. So, she's definitely going to go ahead and drink from Amir. I think that he is so in love with Moira that he is going to essentially do anything that she asks of him, and I think that he wants to have her trust. He wants Moira to trust him, and he's a little worried in the face, but I think that, oh no, he's actually smiling. Oh, well, I think that maybe he actually is happy about this, that Moira is coming to him where her other concubines aren't, and he maybe feels a very much he must feel a lot of gratitude for Moira actually coming to him with something such an importance, you know. So I think this is really cool. Actually, she's gonna go ahead and drink from one of her concubines here, Al, which I think is a really, really cute actually, because I kind of do ship Moira and Elle, guys. I did ship them when, of course, I ship her with Zara and Elle. Those are my two favorites. But we're gonna see if anything ever happens between Elle. It's possibly that it might not ever, in Moira's case. But I think she definitely knows that he has a soft spot for her, and so that's why she came to him. And they are very close. You know, they helped each other when the war was happening. And during that time of the war, these two really did get close on one another, which is, I think, part of the reason why Elle fell in love with Moira. So, yeah, this is very interesting. He probably felt like she had a little bit too much here, but I think that maybe Moira would. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but let's just embrace him, like, giving him a hug. But this hug is really, oh wow, it did work. This hug is really, guys, an embrace. uh, so yeah, this is interesting. And now they have a romance bar. I think that made sense though. Like, it makes sense. It's very interesting that this did happen. But I feel like it does make sense considering that the two of them have this romantic energy between the two of them, but they never got to act on it. So I think that after he allowed her to drink from him, I think that Moira would have been very appreciative of that, and she hugged him. But that hug was very intimate instead of being more friendly. So yeah. To me, guys, what you think about this whole situation? But I will come back, guys, because I do want to go ahead and roll to see whether or not who Princess Celestia will select in betrothing her son off to. So I'll be right back. So for this, guys, I'm gonna get out a four-sided die, and I'm going to kind of go like back and forth with the numbers. So I'm gonna say number one is going to be Orlin. Number two is going to go ahead and be Thea. Three Orlin, four Thea. So we're gonna go ahead and roll to see what happens. One, two, three. Oh, that is so interesting, guys. So it looks like Orlin is going to be the one selected. Okay, guys. So in the council room, Queen Moira, well, Celestia has asked essentially if she can have a council meeting with Queen Moira to discuss the plans that they have in stored. And the queen has Lady Celestia, Princess Celestia, the mother, the lady seer, the lady seer, the lady hand. Oh my god, I'm getting the mother seer and the lady hand mixed together and stuff. But the lady hand, guys, she has basically asked if essentially princess not princess but Lady Orlin and Prince Sayek can go ahead and marry one another. She thinks that it would be an advantageous marriage for of course the sonnets and the others to go ahead and combine their two covenants together through matrimony. um and of course, the queen is of course going to agree to this because I mean this is not her household. She doesn't run the other's household, and she definitely does not run the son's household. So I definitely do think that she is in agreement with this whole marriage. So we do have in the background the fathers. We have Lord Nolan, and we also have Prince Amir, and of course the betrothed Prince Sayek, who is looking sadder than ever. That's kind of ironic. But it's just because there's so many people here. But for story purposes, I definitely do feel like he's sad because the realization of essentially his soon to be adulthood is hitting him, guys. He's growing up really fast and he's about to be forced into basically a marriage that he secretly does not want, sadly. But this is the way things have gone for Prince Aig, and he will soon enough marry the royal lady Orlin, Sunneth. The queen thinks it would be a good marriage, marrying her most trusted advisors together, their children together. Of course, Lady Jalisa and Princess Celestia. So that is basically what's going on, guys. So it seems as if the conversation that, you know, Celestia had with both Amir and Jalisa really touched her soul. And I think she's gonna come over here and hug her niece here, Orlin, and basically welcome her to her family and call her daughter. Because essentially once she marries Saig, this is going to be her daughter-in-law. So she's gonna basically essentially welcome um, Orlin within her own private family and call her daughter and stuff like that. Oh wow, Orlin, why would you do that? Why are you farting? She's a slob and a cat lover. I'm gonna have to randomize that trait because I don't really like that being a trait amongst our ladies. So I might re-randomize that trait actually. But she is a teen, so she has a long while before she does age up into a young adult and marry Sayek. So she's gonna be this wedding is gonna be postponed for a while, essentially. But it is gonna be interesting to see when the two of them will marry. Now I'm pretty sure this is very much a disaster for Thea because she definitely may have thought that maybe she had it in the bag and she didn't know of Jaleesa's plans to marry basically her daughter off to Sake as well. So the person that Thea wanted was taken from her right under her nose, which I think is so very, very sad for Thea. Oh my God, and Thea is also sick, guys. I have to roll for her right now. Let me go ahead and pause and come back. Okay, here we are. So many sicknesses in this episode, guys. It's like there's somebody who wants somebody to die. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she survived her sickness. Now, it's a good thing that Lady Marcella had many daughters because just in case Thea does die without any children of her own, her title as heiress will pass to one of her sisters. So, it's always a good thing to have multiple daughters around. But yes, it's very much interesting. I feel like Thea is very much fuming on the inside. She does want to get closer to Orlin, which I do find interesting. So I think that Orlin will stay in the castle. Now that she does have this betrothal underway, maybe Jaleesa will want to keep little Orlin. Not she's not so little, but she wants to keep her daughter around. So we're gonna definitely move her into those apartments that are meant for upcoming young girls. And I think we are gonna move in Sake back inside the castle as well for the time being, because we do have some things to get done with him as well. But yeah, Thea has to find a new husband now, guys, because the one that she was going after was definitely snubbed from right under her nose. Now, originally in my plans, Orlin was going to marry Sig, so their marriage has already been approved by the mother Seer, but I still might make it a story basis next episode of the mother Seer approving of their marriage. My plan was for these two to marry, but it would have been interesting to see if Thea would have married Sig instead. Um, but sadly she did not get that. So she's gonna have to go to the next best thing, which probably would be Prince Hephaestus. He's not the most prestigious prince in the world, but he will do. He's a prince, and Thea is a lady of the blood. She's a royal lady of the blood, so another prince for her would be very much advantageous. Now, something I do want to say before I do log off, guys, is not Marcella, but Queen Moira is noticing that there is a lot of princesses and princes around the queendom, and she sees the dangers of this. And the fact that there's many princes, Celestia is still, of course, a princess, um, which rightfully so. She's the daughter of a queen, so she's going to remain as with her title as princess. But the queen has been noticing a lot of discourse amongst the princes and the princesses. Essentially, she notices that essentially there's a lot of them to go around, and there's a lot of royal ladies as well. Um, and so I do feel like very, very soon she's going to make a decree about something that you guys will have to stay in tune for. But I'm just going to say this. She's not very happy about the fact that there's this many people of royal blood around. And she intends to minimize it. Um, so I'm going to like just leave that for food of thought for you guys. But yes, guys, now officially, Lady Orlin and Prince Aig are now betrothed to one another. I think she's going to definitely come over here and hug her cousin and betrothed. But she's now betrothed off to. Okay, good. I need to keep checking those things. But these two are now betrothed off, and when they turn into young adults, or more so, Orlin turns into a young adult, is when the two of them will get married. But other than that, guys, um, my name is Rana the Simmer, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.